Sorry, someone called during that last video. If you clicked on this video first, go to the first one. This is part 2 of Ether chapter 4 and chapter 5. Someone called and it interrupted the video. But all of a sudden, Joseph, like I was saying before, Joseph has this huge burden solely upon his shoulders. And then all of a sudden he is getting this word from Moroni that that was, etched into these plates, about 1,200 years before, 1,400 years before. And all of a sudden he reads in verse 2, or what comes through in the translation, "You may be privileged that you may show these plates unto those who shall assist to bring forth this work. And unto 3 shall they be shown by the power of God, wherefore they shall know of a surety that these things are true." In church history, that is one of my favorite stories of the actual revelation of how these 3 not only saw the plates, but saw Angel Moroni and a few other things. And it is so comforting to me, their faith, that they had to exercise, otherwise they wouldn't have been able to receive the witness. But these 3 would go on and they would testify that they saw the plates. They backed Joseph up. And then obviously we know 8 more were able to be witnesses as well and see the plates. But these 3 in particular were shown marvelous things, great things. So much so that Martin Harris, after he was shown, even just at the very beginning, he's like, it is enough. I believe, I know, and it is more than I ever could have dreamed and hoped for, his witness that he saw. And but I love that even though Martin for a time fell away, and he was asked during that time, was Joseph Smith a prophet, and did he really translate the Book of Mormon, and is it a true book? And even though at that time he didn't believe the church was true, he never, even though a lot of people try to get him to say otherwise, he would never go against that witness that the Book of Mormon was true. And I love that. And obviously I add my testimony to his and to so many millions more that the book is true. There is no way around the Book of Mormon's validity. You can poke holes and, it might say this, or, how could it really have come forth the way Joseph said it did? But the work stands as something that has tried to be constructed and destroyed for now almost 200 years, and no one's been able to succeed. There's absolutely no way a mortal man, especially one like Joseph, who had so many weaknesses and a lack of formal education. People at first said, "Oh well, he must be, or he's lazy and he doesn't work hard," and we tried to throw him under the bus. But then, when they actually do a deep study of the Book of Mormon and all of his revelations, they go on the exact opposite extreme. Say, well, he must have been just a genius. But then that doesn't hold up, and people make fun of him for that. So they have no idea what to do with it, because the only real explanation is that it is of God, and I know that's true. My question to you today is, in this moment, we see that Joseph had been carrying this burden of the plates. He couldn't tell anyone, he couldn't show anyone, including his wife and closest friends who were helping him. Martin Harris mortgaged his house just in order for the Book of Mormon to be published, and he couldn't show him. But all of a sudden now he can finally have people to back him up. And so, how does it feel for you guys to know that you have a core group in high school, even though you haven't gone yet, but in school generally, that there are others who believe as you do and will back up your beliefs? How does that make you feel belonging to a church where that's in a group here in Yucaipa of people that will back you up?